Hey everybody, it's Crispin, and this week the gang told me to cover the news. This past weekend, a Yale psychiatrist made headlines after telling liberals to shun Trump-voting family members over the holidays. Well, you just have fun warming up top ramen in your dorm room while Rachel Maddow tells you how brave you are for being lonely then. Recently, Cher confessed the struggles of her marriage to Sonny Bono drove them both to thoughts of murder and suicide. Ironic, considering the music they made together drove everyone else to thoughts of murder and suicide. In unrelated news, President Trump continued to fill out his cabinet after he chose former Real World star Sean Duffy as his head of transportation. Who's he going to hire next? Snooki for the Secretary of STDs? I said, who's going to hire next? Snooki for the Secretary.
We're not going to let Crispin do that again.
No, that was...
No.
He kind of went on a limb there.
He's really been doing a lot more oxy than he used to, and I can barely get him on the phone. So anyway, it's good to be here. Welcome to Normal World. I'm Dave Landau.
I am Quarter Black Garrett, and thank you so much for liking and subscribing and commenting and tongue-punching that like button right there. Do it. Do it.
Do it up.
Thank you so much. Dave.
Yes.
If people want to see you in real life, where do they go?
They could see me November 29th and 30th in Alpharetta, Georgia, where I will be doing a stand-up show for Just the Troops. It's for all veterans. It's commemorating my dad and other people that have been dicked over by the VA. You can get tickets at davelandau.com, as well as this Saturday in Clinton Township, Michigan at the Premier Center. Where about you?
I'm on Nega Garrett on YouTube. That's my new channel. Go check it out. I got YouTube videos over there you can watch.
And Angela does horror, and she's out today, unfortunately.
We took her out.
A lot of horror and is sick. Now, welcome to the show. He'll be with me tonight, but we'll be up way after we tape this, so it doesn't matter. Comedian, regular at the Comedy and Mothership. Please welcome back to the show, Tony Casillas.
Hello, glad to be back. What army did your dad fight in?
Army did he fight in?
Yeah, like American,
Army,
Russian, Chinese.
Oh, he was part of the Viet Cong.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he served in Vietnam. He got Agent Orange poisoning from being up in the trees for so long, killing American soldiers.
My dad was in the KISS Army.
Yeah, that's nice.
Not as prestigious.
A lot of tours.
Yeah.
Difficult boots to walk in, though, my friend.
Terrible. Yeah.
Cancer from the face paint.
And also joining us, you just heard his voice. He has a new special out, The Last Cowboy in L.A. Please welcome back to the show, Jeff Dye.
Thank you for having me. I love what you've done with the place.
Oh, thank you.
Looks great.
Thank you. Yeah, it's somebody else's set that they threw some paint on.
Yeah. You're not a big Stevie Ray Vaughan guy?
He is.
Oh, I am.
So that helps.
Yes, I love Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Behind me is just pictures of Detroit.
Yeah.
Just run down to Detroit.
That's my hometown.
Zoomed out just enough to not see all the homeless.
Oh, no. They're dead.
They're all laying down.
Yeah, they go, why'd we pick this town to be homeless?
Dude, it really is the worst. Nobody's going to give you $1 and you're going to freeze to death. Emo Phillips once said one of my favorite things, like, if you can be a homeless guy in Detroit, you can at least manage an Applebee's. I think he's right.
The ceiling's low there.
Good. Yeah, very low. Well, we got exciting news. You guys know Tim Walz, right?
Yes, huge fan.
I thought
going through tough times right now, though.
He is. Apparently, he lost.
Yes,
the election.
He lost. I was devastated.
Yes, and Tim Walz, his campaign, he came out once very briefly. Saying that it was good to be back home. I don't know if we have a clip of that.
So, I know you have too, but let me just start out by saying it's great to be home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
nice.
He's back home, but nobody
energy.
has seen him since that clip until this surfaced today.
He was once just a former National Guardsman, assistant JV football coach, and drunk driver. But 3 glorious months in 2024, quirky Minnesota Governor Tim Walz was just 270 electoral votes away from the vice presidency of the United States.
I was just on a top secret mission abroad when I got a call from the Harris people. I figured they'd choose Josh Shapiro from Pennsylvania since that's such a crucial swing state, but they said he's already a little too chosen for some of our Democratic voters. I mean, I didn't get it, but boy, I was thrilled.
It was out with the matzo balls and in with Governor Walz. and Tim dropped his tampons and hit the campaign trail running.
Thank you. Thank you for thank you for your support. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you.
It sure seemed like Tim Walz was hotter than a Walgreens in Minneapolis.
Hey there, y'all register to vote? See the voting thing? With the
Here you go.
with the vote.
Just take it and go.
Okay.
Homeless problem.
But he was about to get shut down
Have a good day now. That's
like a small business in Minneapolis.
JD Vance came along, and I thought to myself, this guy? He doesn't lie about his service record. His family seems to like him. What a weirdo. What's it?
The debate was on. Unfortunately for Tim, the disconcertingly normal junior senator from Ohio smoked him like a tire fire outside the governor's mansion.
I've tried to do the best I can, but I've not been perfect, and I'm a knucklehead at times. I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen
And
it.
things only got worse from there.
And yes, just weird as hell. That's what you see. That's what you see.
Trump and Vance were going on all these podcasts, and we had an open invitation. And I thought, well, man, that's a good idea, but Kamala thought otherwise.
No, I'm not going on that podcast. Who the is Joe Rogan anyway?
I still felt good going into Election Day. I mean, all the polls that we paid to make it look like we're winning had us neck and neck with Trump. And then it was him, and then us, and then him, and then it was him, and then more him.
Unfortunately for Walz and Harris, Trump won in a landslide. And Mr. Minnesota Nice was on Minnesota ice.
I was disappointed at first, but you know, the silver lining, I get to spend more time with my family now. I like to bake and taxidermy. Taxidermy's fun, and besides, if I wanted to hear a bitch cackle, I would just give my son a Red Bull. I'm thinking maybe, you know, do a podcast thing with that Don Lemon fella, and maybe that Brian Seltzer. You know, we could do like, you know, a three-way, and it's just you know, it's 2-on-1 with Walz, like Timmy's three-way, you know, something like that. You know, I got to work on, you know, the name. Hang on, it's her. What's up, Kamala? No, I don't have $1.5 billion.
Walz might not be vice president, but he still had his moments.
Hey, all right. That's one of ours. Don't forget to vote, sir. Have a good day. Oh, yeah. Sweet.
And he's still the man in the land of 10,000 lakes.
Well, it's time to roll up my sleeves and get back to work. Oh my, giddy up cowboy.
I'm going to miss him.
Yeah, it's nice for him to resurface just for a moment.
Way to kick him while he's down, fellas.
I know.
It was a documentary.
Look, I didn't make that.
Yeah.
That just happened to be online today.
It was just going viral. We had
That's
to
just,
show
yeah,
it.
everyone's finally figuring out where he's been. That's
It's on
all.
VH1, that's all. Earlier today. How do you feel about the win, Jeff?
Oh, I mean, I live in Los Angeles, so we were all just heartbroken about the...
Yeah.
A lot of cheering that
It
night.
was the day after.
I lost my voice from being so happy, you know? I did watch the election, too, at a cigar lounge, so it's hilarious, because usually at that same cigar lounge, we all sit around and watch sports. But when you were sitting around watching sports, there's all these guys chatting and competing with each other about who they want to win and stuff. Whereas, like, when you're watching Trump just win at a cigar, we're all rooting for the same thing, just watching the numbers going, hell yeah. Yeah, we're doing it, boys. Like, it was
Pennsylvania,
the most
there it is.
unified the cigar lounge has ever been.
Yeah, it's like the modern day clan meeting.
It was awesome. Yeah, we were so happy.
How were you? Where were you?
So it was funny. I watched it with some of my liberal friends, and we saw the results, and we're like, yeah, that makes sense. And we went to bed.
Yeah.
And we woke up the next day. Oh, you mean the bitch and the old guy didn't fucking...
Yeah,
the bitch and the old guy didn't beat Trump? All right.
Yeah, we don't have 4 more years of this great economy.
Yeah.
Wonderful world.
They're not trying to keep us poor with $20 gas.
Yeah, I think liberals, I think we're just too tired and just too broke to drive to the rallies anymore. So we're just like, we'll just tweet a little bit and then go to bed. But it was fine.
Yeah, no, it's once you hit rock bottom, that's when you're like, you know what, maybe I'll try conservatism.
Seriously.
That's the movement. That's what's happening right now.
The liberals got to reinvent themselves. That's what's got to have to happen.
Also, I didn't vote because I couldn't afford to go to the polls. So I was just...
You didn't go to the polls?
Yeah, I couldn't vote. So gas, you know what I mean? I can only fill up my gas.
Too poor to vote.
So I was just like, I'll just stay home and I'll tweet. I'll go get them.
Yeah.
Go get them, guys.
Their whole demographic is hoping poor people can.
Yeah.
They can't. They got shit to do. They're too poor to...
Yeah, they're like, we have to work and the polls close at 7 and I have a late night diner shift.
Like if we gave you ballots at your house, would that help?
If we mailed it to you?
I just like the idea of the post-election meetings. You know, the idea that they're like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have gave free surgery to trans prisoners who aren't legal immigrants. Maybe that was where we...
Did you too far?
Do you think it was important?
Is that where we lost
did
some
that?
of them?
Yeah, like we... maybe we just shouldn't have given giant fake tits to foreign rapists who were behind bars.
That is strange.
Yeah, perhaps that was not the best.
Maybe we should have campaigned hard.
Give me those fake tits as an American taxpayer.
Yeah.
I want those fake tits.
My old lady needs tits. Why'd they give it to him?
Yeah. Dude, my favorite part of the election though was when I think it was like 170 and Kamala had like 50.
Yeah.
And they cut to the Kamala to the headquarters, and they're like, yeah, it doesn't look good right now, but we're keeping our heads up. And then it just cuts to the crowd, and it's just
Oh, I love when
their pussy hats. Kamala doesn't even know what's going on. She's drunk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she has no. Well, she's already been on Xanax since that morning. Now she's just.
Kamala Harris has the same like formula as like David Lucas. Just laugh as hard as you can after everything you say. Maybe this will convince everyone if I just laugh as hard as I can.
Move on.
Now they think I'm authentic.
Yeah, if I laugh a bunch, they'll go, oh, all right, I guess.
I mean, she must be funny. She's enjoying herself so much.
Look how happy she is up there getting slaughtered.
I mean, it's odd that she was asked a question about war and human trafficking, but she sure is giggling her ass off.
She's happy about it. Same with Tim Walz. It's like that was their whole strategy.
Just laughing.
We just seem happy. Maybe we'll fool everyone.
Joy.
Joy.
It worked for a second. I like Tim Walz for like a second when they brought him out. I was like, oh, he seems charming. He seems nice. And then they just kept laughing, and I was like, yeah, but what about like food prices? And then they just laughed.
Yeah, they're like, shut up.
Any policy at all? No.
And then they're just like, I was like, what about like healthcare? Can we work on healthcare? Like, I'm a debt, medical debt. And then they're like, fucking, yeah, we're gonna get 7-year-olds. We're gonna get 7-year-old cops. And I'm like, 7-year-olds don't need cops. Why don't we?
That's a priority in the. I don't
There's a homeless guy jerking in front of my house.
Let it be. It says, yeah.
Dangerous out there.
These homeless guys are doing meth in my backyard. Can you get them out of here? You know the lipstick on the coffee cup?
Like,
you go, what is happening?
You're like, they just took my kid. And they're like, I know, right? Coffee.
Yeah.
All right.
She's just rambling.
You don't know that kid anyway.
Tim Walz's problem was the second he announced it, or they announced it, his entire family made shirts to say they weren't going to vote for him. Like, your family can hate you, but they made shirts and called
Went
the
out of their way.
news. Yeah, like they.
Honestly, though, to be fair, if my dad said he was going to run for president, I would make shirts that says I'm not going to vote for him just for the merch money. Like, it's good merch money.
It's a good
That's
play.
true.
Yeah.
Shirts are in right now.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably
I like
did.
your capitalistic view on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're no liberal.
You're trying to make that money.
The fact that you just said
I like Bernie. I was a Bernie guy, and I kind of fell apart with the Democratic Party.
Dude.
Exactly.
It's not really liberal. Yeah.
That's when I kind of fell apart with the Democratic Party, is when they screwed Bernie.
Mine was with Obama because they were like, it was so like it was all on likability. You just go, I like this guy.
Yep.
And he says the thing, you go, I really like him. He's he's playing hoops. Here's my NCAA bracket. And I was like, well, maybe there's more to this political thing than being likable.
Yeah, but that was politics.
Yeah, there's not.
He's in Detroit going, the water's fine here. Kids are just dying outside.
Oh, when
he deported more Mexicans than anyone ever, drone striking everybody, and all of us are like, did you notice that he's black?
Like he was on SNL.
Isn't it great that he likes basketball? And we're like, oh yeah, we're all fools.
Yeah, that he fake drank Flint water and then Listerine his mouth.
In front of parents who lost children from that water.
It's like, no, look, you're all wrong.
I realized we should probably look into things and not just go, who's a charming person.
Yes.
That was politics. That was politics in general before like social media. Because Ronald Reagan, they're like, he was a cowboy, and people are like, oh dear, I love cowboys.
Right, but that's when I wised up.
Yeah,
like, I don't need Trump to be some silver fox who charms everybody and uses these political words.
Yeah,
like Kamala is infinitely more likable, I think, than a lot.
Oh.
I think so. I mean, like, because Trump does like a lot of immature things and stuff. He's a lot more likable now since they tried to kill him. But
he has sobered up.
He's gotten a lot cooler.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to kill him once.
Someone
and then
who who's a gambling addict. If Kamala said, "Hey, I'll give you 10,000. Let's hit the blackjack tables," I'd be like, "I'm fine." That's how unlikable she is.
But I mean, like, I'd let her like babysit my nieces and stuff. She seems like a nice lady.
I feel like
she seems unqualified, and she seems like a little drunk and kooky.
I feel like you'd be like, "Where's the kids?" And she'd be like, "Well, I just stuffed them with benzos, and they were still breathing when I put them down."
Look, we're missing the
type of babysitter I hire.
I disagree. I think
passage of time. Are we okay?
What do you want him to watch her?
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, give them some Pete's and some Benadryl, and then do whatever the hell you want.
I feel like she was like one of the most unlikable candidates in like recent history.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I guess what I meant is that I don't have anything against her personally. Oh. It's just that like I don't vote on likability anymore. I think it's so stupid.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is, if you're gonna play the likable card, at least find like a likable guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, go Harvey Weinstein. Like, yeah, he's a criminal, but people.
He wasn't very likable though.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, he wasn't likable.
A lot of
they thanked him more than Jesus at the Oscars.
Those little girls didn't like him.
People love God.
Yeah, well, I guess that's true. It depends on it. Rosario Dawson didn't like him. Matt Damon did. You know what I like?
What's that?
Miracle Made sheets.
Me too.
There you go. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Traditional bed sheets, they can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat. Did you guys know that?
Disgusting.
Yep, it can lead to acne, allergens, stuffy nose. Oh, it's gross.
I hate acne.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's caused by dirty pillow sheets, pillowcases. Miracle Made offers a whole new line of self-cleaning antibacterial bedding, such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters to prevent up to 99.7% of bacteria.
That's almost all of it.
That's almost all of it. And if you go to trymiracle.com/normal right now, you will get 40% off, and you will get 3 free towels.
That's 3 free towels you didn't have before, and now you do.
Now they're free with your pillowcases, sheets, and comforter. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed by a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So upgrade your sleep today with Miracle Made. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode.
Thank you.
Those look nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Which now brings us to trans news.
Just like the problem.
Trans news.
Yeah.
Mike Johnson told the first trans dude elected to Congress he has to piss in the men's room. I can't believe that's how that was written out.
It's the news.
Yeah, it's a news show. This is Sarah McBride, the incoming congresswoman, and only openly transgender person elected to the U.S. House of Representatives.
Couldn't tell.
Nope. On Wednesday, shared a statement on social media in response to the House banning trans people from using single-sex bathrooms on Capitol Hill that match their gender identity. Earlier yesterday, the House Speaker, Louisiana Republican Mike Johnson, said in a statement regarding to the facilities throughout the U.S. Capitol complex, all single-sex facilities in the Capitol House will remain the same, such as restrooms, changing rooms, locker rooms, and they are reserved for individuals of that biological sex. He then pulled out 2 guns and said, just like I have these 2 guns, there are only 2 genders, and then shot them in the air like Yosemite Sam.
Wow.
Yep. Sarah McBride was offended and said that she can still help fix serious problems facing America, even if she can't pick a bathroom. Wow. And that has been Trans News.
Informative.
That was beautiful.
I just want you guys to know what's going on.
So stay up to date.
I like to stay in the loop with the trans.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, you said you couldn't tell, but here's the thing.
I'm
You
being.
just got to see them angry. That's how you can tell.
Yeah, when
I don't recognize a trans person unless they're yelling at somebody about a bathroom or protesting some building that I don't know what they did, or at a game crazy going, "Ma'am, it's ma'am." Like that's the only time I recognize.
And you
them.
know.
That's how I can tell.
Or when you're like, can I at least get half off because I didn't know you had the cock after, you know? Like that's like when you try to get some of your money back, they get real uppity with you.
Yeah, they kind of act like a guy.
Yeah.
Weird. It's a little aggressive.
They always, in their rage, they always revert back to their true gender.
Yeah, it's weird when you're kicking over shelves in a GameStop. How
no reason to stop being a lady. You know what I mean? This is crazy.
You're like, who is this?
She made a song.
Very ladylike.
The rapper. His ma'am lady was as a rapper.
She made a song?
Yes. Yeah. I wish we could play it now, but we'd get copyrighted.
Was it Call Me Ma'am?
I believe it was something to that effect.
It's ma'am.
No, I'm not. I am being 100% serious.
In
You
the
can
future,
go
explain
online.
it more thoroughly. We have no idea what you're talking about.
I didn't either.
Yes.
So the person from the game Crazy
From that video
decided, I'll be a rapper now.
was already a rapper.
Already a rapper. Didn't look like a rapper, and I know you're not supposed to profile, but pretty white and female.
Yes.
It's more like a wrestler.
Yeah.
And in no way seemed like a feminine rapper.
Right.
No.
It's
Look,
very man-spready and
Yeah.
kind of
Like
aggressive the entire song.
like a Mickey Rourke, Darren Aronofsky rapper.
Yeah.
It's more of. Can we pull up this video if anybody can find it? It's apparently if you can. Yeah, she said
Tattoo
she's
trying to
tried.
King life.
Yeah. It's crossed out several times.
I cannot remember the name of that person.
No one can.
No.
They just go. You remember that?
So it is ma'am rapper song.
Remember
that is
that
wild.
lady that.
What a weird,
Bring it back later.
she's breaking all the stereotypes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's
Right,
shattering.
like a lady, but has a cock, and then is a white middle-aged man, but biologically, but then is a rapper. I mean, these are a lot of
That's really just a transgender.
breaking all the stereotypes.
in and of itself.
That's wild.
Trying to get more than 10% back on their trade-in game.
Yeah, angry about video games. They're a gamer also.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Wild.
It's almost like
Smashing
they
them
don't
glass
know who
ceilings.
they are.
Take it back. I want to hang out with this person.
Yeah, I want to get to know her.
Get some drinks in them.
Yeah, if they got a good sense of
them.
humor, I'd kick it with them for sure.
Oh, clearly. I mean, anybody who's called a sir and behaves like that.
Well, I like to think
Sense
that,
of humor.
that maybe they're watching it going, it was a funny day. I got a little carried away.
Have you ever misgendered somebody?
No, I'm really polite with.
So am I, yeah.
I treat people. It's the idea that I love to fuck around with. But like when I see it, I'm nice. There's a comic I know named Tom Whalen. Whalen. He was a comic store guy, and he had a mental breakdown like in a drive-through, and it went viral of him being like a male Karen. But, he explained it to me and showed me the video, and he had a great sense of humor about it. He's like, yeah, that was a bad look. I probably shouldn't have. He's like, I didn't think they were filming me. But I just loved how he was able to be like, yeah, that was a terrible day for me. Yeah. Ruined my life.
Yeah.
Everyone's sharing it. Talking
Really
about
difficult to be me now.
I was real hungry at a McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm actually about to
Got my order
in the
wrong.
drive-through.
To be fair, though, as a
use
kid,
their move.
I had a higher pitched voice, still do a little bit. And anytime someone would be like, no, ma'am, the pizza isn't ready yet, I'd be like, sir, it's sir.
Oh, wow.
I've had moments. Yeah.
I think that's why you're such a miserable liberal now.
I think so, probably.
You sympathize.
I was the OG. I was misgendered OG before it was cool.
Oh, that's funny. Do you talk about it in your act?
No.
Oh, that's really funny.
You should.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I was like OG misgendered.
You're a big guy. It's weird that you had a high voice.
I was a small kid. I was small. I grew in late spurt.
That's why you're nice.
But I'd be like, oh, okay, Blockbuster, do you have flubber? And they're like, sorry, ma'am. I'd be like, it's sir.
Yeah.
That example's great.
I am 12 and I'm a man.
We have You've Got Mail.
My father,
Sir, as a 12-year-old, there's so many funny things in there.
my father's in war, and I just want to watch flubber.
Yeah.
And then so I've had moments.
flubber or not?
So your dad was off at war?
My dad was in Bosnia at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And you're just trying to run flubber as your mom.
Yeah, my mom. I was just like, no, I would call and.
Did your dad come home and just be like, Jesus Christ?
Oh, my dad. Yeah, he did not.
Are you even mine?
I was in there
Friday and you didn't have flubber.
No, I'm joking. You got along with your. I'm sure, right?
Nah, we're better now. But there was a moment.
Now that you had a growth spurt.
Yeah. But when I told him, I was like, I want to be a clown. He's like, you're not my son. You're disowned.
You wanted to be
Did you go with clown?
Like, I mean, like comic.
Oh.
Like, I think we're clown.
He saw it as clown.
Yeah, he saw it as clown. He goes, what about the Air Force? Those are kind of the clowns of the whole military.
I want to be a clown.
So it was
what
that
do you mean,
kind
the
of
Coast
attitude.
Guard?
Yeah.
Like, no, the real clown.
Like a sailor?
Oh, like a court jester.
Are you a fancy boy?
Yeah.
Son, if you're gay, just join the Navy. We'll still love you. It was like
it's
that
fine.
kind-
Like,
yeah.
They accept it there.
You'll be in combat.
No, I remember I did take a clown class a semester in college, and I told my dad, I was like, yeah, I just signed up for this clown class. And he goes, I served in 2 wars to get a GI Bill so you could wear a red nose.
I love your dad.
He's the best. Yeah.
Your dad sounds like he rules.
We're great now. I think it was just a moment in time.
Yeah.
During a divorce,
Oh, yeah.
Well, and when your son says, I want to be a clown, there's like, you're envisioning the worst outcome of
That's
it.
right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a comic, and if my son said I took a clown class, I've never hit my son, but I might.
And it's crazy now. He's
Also, my parents are only fine with me doing comedy because it worked out.
Right.
Like, if I was still milling around Seattle doing open mics, embarrassing them, they'd be like, just quit.
And it's crazy now because my
There's
dad is
Starbucks
disappointed because I'm not a Kill Tony regular. It's like flipped.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
you're like,
because you're not
that's
a real
really
comic.
funny.
Yeah, why?
Why? Yeah.
You're not insulting a whole group of people on stage.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
How come you can't do 2 racist jokes before 60 seconds and a meow sound?
Yeah. He goes, no,
That's what comics do.
Why can't you hold up eyeballs and slide across the stage coked out better? Like a comic.
Why is it Tony Hinchcliffe interrogating you about the most vulnerable things in your life?
Yeah.
I'll never tell him my hobbies.
What are you doing? Working on a craft?
Writing bits to become a headliner?
Have you considered yelling at someone better than you?
Have you tried being bullied by a blind black guy who plays bass?
Like comedy is now.
Have you ever thought about having the most famous comedians in the world look at you strangely from a foot away while you do stand-up comedy?
Have you ever seen
Waiting for permission from Tony to give you an insult?
You didn't want Dave Attell and Bill Burr to look at you with sad eyes and try to think of the softest one they could throw out?
Amazing. That show is the biggest show in the world right now.
Oh yeah, it's massive. I mean, I got to credit where it's due. I mean, he started and built that thing.
Oh my gosh,
It's great.
You know when something's famous, they go, "Why don't you do Stranger Things?" You're like, "What? That's not how TV works. I can't just do Stranger Things." And I must hear it. I've done comedy for 20 years. People, you done Kill Tony though? And I go, I have to take like a lap. I'm like, oh, damn it, yes, I've done Kill Tony.
Yeah, you're like,
my pride wells up like a.
You were on a show with William Shatner.
They don't care at all.
Terry Bradshaw.
It's crazy.
I look at Miami, I go, what's the point?
That's the problem now, that we have the staying power of nothing.
It's always something new.
Yeah, in the 80s, you could do one thing, and there was only 4 channels they remember. And even when we started, you could do a half-hour Comedy Central special.
That meant something. I had a Comedy Central Presents. It meant something. And now people go, you on YouTube? I'm like, everyone's on YouTube.
You're like, I can do that.
What have you done for me lately?
Like, when I was on Comedy Central, people watched it. Now, if you bring it up, they're like, it's a what?
They don't care at all. Yeah.
No.
I want to do a thing, and I'm going to preface this way. I know it's a bad idea. But I want to do a thing where like every comic had like a comedian Letterman jacket. And so we could wear our credits on the Letterman jacket. So you would just see like how many things.
Like tours? Like combat tours?
No, not tours, but like for credits.
I served at the Funny Bone.
Oh, Tonight Show. He's done 5 Tonight shows. Or like he was on this TV show, or he's from. And so you could kind of see like, oh, Angela Johnson has one nail bit.
Question for like the.
You could see it right on her jacket. You go, one thing.
It has to start on what you did, and then everything
just goes down to.
So the
You go, oh,
Delias
this
of
guy
the
has
world.
50 things, and people still don't care who he is. You know,
Jeff,
just sitting here
did the Leos
covering
of the
up.
world have the crimes on the other side?
No.
Yeah, there's
It's like 5 Tonight shows, 2 rapes.
There's the Vincent.
No, I would say that the
There's
credits
the
would be
Vincent
so
Champ
successful
rape
that we
jackets.
wouldn't care about the crime.
Oh, okay. So back to old Hollywood. I like that, Jeff.
Oh, you can't have crimes of that nature in old Hollywood jackets.
That would just be
First of all, you
whole
need
front.
so many jackets
So many.
for one
Multiple
person.
Crime
changes.
jackets for politicians.
It would be a robe.
Oh, Johnny Carson.
A long
himself.
rope down to the floor. Down to the floor. Almost like a train. A bride.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad that their new plan is to start World War III.
I am
Just happy
too.
about that.
Who's the
World War
plan?
III.
Whoa, cool.
I'm excited about it.
Hey,
Who's they?
They are, well, I guess if
Jeff
we...
over here asking
Trans
dumb
news?
questions.
Is this they, them?
Hey, thems, yeah.
What is it? Trans are starting World War III. That's
pretty
Oh, yes.
You heard it here first.
I like it.
Saw Zelensky.
This will go great. There's only like 40 trans people in the world.
Yeah, Juno who sought her... Anyway, so we have... I feel like we're going to get our episode taken down now.
Oh, no.
Dave, we'll be fine.
We
We
love
love-
that young man from Juno.
We love everybody, Dave.
That's
Fantastic.
Sweet young man.
Sweet.
Wasn't annoying at all.
Yeah,
World War III.
I think she's hot.
So, Ukraine shot a missile? What about
Well,
what missile we gave them?
in the ultimate smash of the trophy after losing the wrestling match move, the Biden administration has seen fit to waste no more of their remaining 2 months in office by initiating a nuclear holocaust.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. As
Nice.
Ukraine hit a Russian weapons arsenal with U.S.-made missiles, that it fired across the border for the first time in a major escalation on the 1,000th day of the war. The attacks come just 2 days after the Biden administration gave the green light to use the longer-range American weapons against targets inside Russia.
Called a Hail Mary.
Yes. In response, Putin mouthpiece Sergei Markov has warned that this move could trigger nuclear war by Christmas in an interview for London Times Radio.
Russia could withdraw now. Russia could stop killing Ukrainians. Russia could stop bringing war to the continent of Europe. And Russia has chosen not to do it. That's what this boils down to.
The leader of France, Britain, and United States made very big step, even jump to the nuclear war and catastrophic destroying of the all human mind. All of yours will be killed probably end of this year, and your families will be killed and so on. And it's
hang on. So are you saying that the Ukraine? Yes, hang on. Sorry, I just want to be clear, Sergei, what you're saying there. The decision by Biden to authorize long-range weapons for Ukraine will lead to nuclear war.
Yes, exactly.
What Putin's going to press the button.
There, you know, the button. Look at the history of the World War I. Nobody wanted the war, but war happened. It what became the absolutely catastrophe. That's exactly what could happen now.
Bro, that's dire.
Yep.
It's not funny at all.
Well, he was yelling, yeah, and apparently he was saying a lot of things.
That's a funny thing to do when someone's talking to you. No, just
no, and they do it like a little smile. It's like no.
I loved that.
That's such a like teenage move or like a kid move. It's like when your buddy brought his system over to your house and he was losing, so he's like, "I'm going home and I'm taking the console with me." It's like us. He's like, "Trump, you won, but you're not gonna have a country to run." It's pretty. It's
ballsy.
It's ballsy. I like. Yeah. It's cool.
It's ballsy, but there was a retraction. Let's take a look.
How could you nominate someone with allegations of child trafficking across state lines and having sex with a 17-year-old? My understanding further on in the interview, they discussed the fact that once he finds out that she's 17, he stops having sex with her.
Sonny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism. That DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought.
We'll be right back.
Man, she's on a sex strike too.
We went straight from one story to another story, no segue, and I was
no,
like,
we didn't. I think it was just written wrong. It doesn't matter. So no, Whoopi's on a sex strike. I don't know if you saw that.
oh man,
That's why she's a little grumpy lately.
Yeah, she's not getting dicked down by dancing.
She's not getting that.
you think he wears the blackface while they do it?
I think by the time it's done.
Yeah, he's not doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Now he's.
That's just the outcome.
Yeah, this is on the heel of the show's most recent controversy, where Whoopi Goldberg accused a Staten Island bakery of refusing her order due to political beliefs.
It's insane.
Yeah. Do we have?
It's just
video?
World War III.
No.
How it connects.
Right, good. I thought somebody might have.
I can't believe the View is still around. The View has gotten so preposterous that I'm starting to believe that there's just no way it could be real. There's no way they could actually think like this. To
It's
just
so insane.
label everything sexist and racist so egregiously that they don't have to have any nuance to anything.
Jeff, have you been to a college campus lately? It's not that hard.
Yeah, but these are grown adults getting paid millions on a TV show while they criticize the wealthy. They're wealthy. While they say egregiously racist things every single day and race hustle while calling everyone else racist.
Did you see the Kelly Osbourne clip where she goes on? She goes,
my God.
Trump wants to deport the Mexicans. Then, Mr. Trump, who's going to clean your toilets? And the other ladies are like, they also bring us food. They also,
whoa.
They don't just, Mexicans just don't
I
clean.
thought that was what we were all
Let me
thinking.
tell you, they clutched their pearls and had her removed from the show.
Yeah.
I have a viral bit of the exact same thing. People go, wasn't Kelly Osbourne canceled for this? And I go, what are they talking about? And I looked it up and I was like, that's my exact bit. Mine did great. It was me just going every food is Mexican food. I was like, go into the kitchens.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter if it's Applebee's, Italian. It doesn't matter if it's Americana. Go back there. It's Mexicans. That's who makes the food. Women don't cook anymore. And if you send all the Mexicans home, who's going to make the food? And then I was like, I know you're thinking that's racist. It's not all Mexicans. There are some white felons back there.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's mostly Mexican.
So covered in face tattoos, you assume they're Mexican.
And that bit crushed, and the internet loved it.
Yeah.
And then Kelly Osbourne gets in trouble and fired for making the same observation.
'Cause I think the difference is, though, you're also a comic, you put it through a joke. I think Kelly Osbourne thinks Mexicans only clean toilets.
Yeah.
They're like,
Oh no, I think Kelly Osbourne was just making a point that the rich scoff at this, but they're the beneficiary of the cheap labor that Mexicans do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, even if she didn't mean to make the point, she made the
made
point.
it anyways, yeah.
Yeah, just based on her own personality.
Yeah.
Just like this is you mean the people that I let in my house to make the bed?
Who raised our children for the last 200 years?
Yeah, it's why all your kids speak 2 languages and you don't.
You can't send the Mexicans home. Who are going to raise these NBA children?
Yeah,
the dad's playing basketball and the mom's getting green smoothies and working out at Equinox.
Yes.
Someone's got to raise this baby.
That's true, yeah.
Oh God, that's true. Yeah, it really is amazing to see how the housewife who doesn't have anything to do is the most busy person now.
Super busy.
Or busy.
Can't be bothered with the kid.
Yeah, busy making her kid's schedule impossible. So they have to go to 9 different cello lessons.
They never have to look at them.
Yeah.
Also, if you think about it, they have to watch 2 hours of The View, and then they have to reflect on watching The View for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And be mad about what they just watched. And
Integrate
it, and then it's time to pick up the kids.
I think my mom is the target market for The View. She's got nothing to do. She's sitting around. She wants to feel like she's, got political opinions. So she'll hear them and be like, yeah, that's racist. It's not.
Yeah.
The Equinox chicks aren't watching The View.
No, it's for people. It's for shut-ins, and then people who just are at home, happen to be retired or whatever, who are a little older.
Old Jewish ladies love The View.
Yeah,
Whoopi Goldberg.
And then it'll be on.
That's why she's on the show now.
Oh yeah, and then if you're on, she's all Jew, and
have you seen her? Just a little tan.
I was at a cafe with these guys named the Verzi triplets, the comedians. They're very cool guys. And it was election day, so they had their MAGA hats on. And this is L.A., Sherman Oaks. And there was this old Jewish lady. She stood about 2 feet from our table, just mouth agape. Couldn't believe they were wearing the hats. I mean, they might as well had swastikas on the hats. She couldn't believe it. But she had a Harris Walz shirt on.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but in her mind and I feel like that's what The View is. That's like a metaphor for The View.
Well, yeah, and she has a Harris Walz thing on, and it's like, who do you think is the trouble over there in Israel, like causing these problems?
Yeah, exactly.
The guy in the MAGA hat, or you in your Harris Walz shirt that's, funding it?
Yep. Also, conservatives got a lot of Jews in the last year for that.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. We recruited a lot of Jews.
That team pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were like, wait, I thought we were liberal. I thought the liberals liked us, and then the Middle East thing happens, and they go, hey, fuck the left.
Oh my God, yeah, just nonstop with anti-Semitism for the last year.
So, welcome over, Jews.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome to the good side.
Yeah. I want to talk about this. You guys love Jaguar, I'm sure.
Oh, Shaq, yeah.
Shaq. The automobile.
Ooh,
it's funny. There's a
Jaguar.
picture of an automobile in this one because there wasn't. In the wake of the 2024 election, obviously, some say that wokeness is dead, but not if luxury automobile manufacturer Jaguar has anything to say about it. Monday, they unveiled a new ad on X that appears to be focus grouped exclusively to appeal to Magatu dieter from oh my God. To appeal to Magatu dieter from the Sprockets. And let's just watch this stupid ad.
Oh man, it's exuberant.
This is real.
They're vivid.
The future is
Late ordinary.
It's the Wachowski sisters on X.
Mugatu.
What the fuck?
This is their new font.
Jaguar.
It looks like a cologne.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was a clothing brand or something, but it was actual Jaguar.
This is like when Bud Light had Dylan Mulvaney on the thing.
Yeah.
Jaguars completely forgot about their audience.
Yeah, nobody's watching that going like, we should rush out and buy a car. Like, their car sales are dead right now.
That's like if Netflix did a Clockwork Orange remake, and they're like, we got to make it more diverse. We're going to have Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was like a weird,
Yeah, in a 30-second spot, there's not one car. Not one. And it stars a group of androgynous models who resemble Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, no eyebrows in sight either.
No.
Just everybody shave their fucking eyebrows off so they look weird.
Yeah, it's part of also there'll be the new BMW's hardcore scat ad coming up, and fist up your Aston Martin. Like, look at that. It looks like a video that you'd watch, like a music video in the late 90s, and just go, well, this is a shit
it's just
band.
like
in the future, it's going to take
postmodern
forever
techno.
to get ready.
Yeah.
Nobody's to
look like this
just
in the car.
get to work. It's going to be like 4 hours at their house with a makeup
shave.
and glam team going, how does my afro with the part in the middle kind of like it's how are you going to do that?
Yeah, Edward Scissorhands to cut it.
It wouldn't even fit in a Jaguar. They get makeup all over the fucking seats.
They're sitting there dressed like Chris Tucker in The Fifth Element, trying to pick out a car.
That's how bad Hollywood is.
I don't want to hang out with any of those people.
That's how bad Hollywood is. They don't even have the budget to put a car in the commercial. They're like, we'll just 5 weird
they
models.
shot that in Atlanta.
For sure they did.
The car got stolen. The car got stolen. They're like, we still got to shoot the commercial.
They just pulled
We're
up
at this weird shaped rock. That's fine. Sit on it.
They just pulled up in an area where drug addicts were wearing hot pants, and we're like, you guys want to shoot something for a minute? Sure. I mean, not heroin, but like a commercial.
You could do that after.
That commercial did look like like an ad you'd see in Black Mirror.
Yeah.
How they're like mocking what the future advertisements would be.
Yeah, it's like Run Lola Run, except there's no running.
We should show that to like 50 people and go, what do you think this is an ad for?
Yeah, without the ending.
Without the ending. And just be like, I don't know, maybe they're selling
I saw it with the ending and I still didn't know.
Spandex one pieces or something?
Yeah, they'd be like, is it for gays? They advertise for
like got
gays?
milk?
Yeah, my dad's like, I don't know, some sort of fruity lotion. I don't know.
Right? I don't know.
Some sort of bullshit.
Is it so your vagina wound doesn't heal shut? Is it one of them things?
It's one of them things.
I'm like, Dad, I don't want to tell you because then you're going to go sell the Jag.
That's why the one
I can be seen in one of these.
He's like, I'm not selling it, son. I'm throwing a Molotov cocktail at it.
He's going to start throwing scotch glasses out the driveway at the car.
Also, why do you have to make an
game.
ad for a Jaguar? I feel like the people that have the money for a Jaguar are gonna just go buy a Jaguar.
They know.
Well, it's like Lambos or any of those things, Maseratis. Like you don't see commercials for them.
Yeah,
Jaguar's an old white guy car.
It is an old white guy car, and
Makes
they're
no sense to do that commercial.
yeah, and they're not selling though at all. Like they've stopped production on a lot of Jaguars. Just
Maybe they're going down.
They are, and like the States, nobody's buying them. Well, they are.
They're all getting shipped out.
And I mean, ideally, like they're not like made like Japanese cars, and people drive American to drive American. Like they break down. They're an expensive white person car that breaks down. Yeah. So they're trying to figure out how to market to Americans, and they're like, so what are they like over there? Neon and
androgyny.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
just jump cut to my grandpa having a meltdown. Now my car's gay.
I worked hard for this. It's an XJS.
Everything. How many Iraqis do I have to shoot
to be
before I
a
have
man?
goddamn respect around here?
I want a car named Bradley, and he's straight.
Now even my car's trans.
Can I get a truck? What do you mean it's electric?
Yeah, exactly.
Where do I fill it up?
Hybrid meat.
Oh, I got to go to the gay station to fill it up?
Wait, now these fruity chargers are popping up all over the joint.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm just going to use this gun that I used to kill 9 zipper heads and just put it in my own mouth.
If you tell anybody about this Jaguar commercial, I'll kill you.
You do not tell my friends about this Jag commercial. Now I know why it's called Jag.
I wrote him a letter.
Also, why?
Letter to complain.
Why are those the models nowadays? Because like that's not attractive to me. Those look like aliens. Those look like
yeah.
That looks like a woman. If I go, could I buy you a drink? She spits in your face and goes, "White man," and then she beats me with the hammer she had in the commercial.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's not a woman. I
haven't been hot for a
Look
while.
at me.
Those are scary women.
It used to be like models were hot people, and then it became models are weird people.
Yeah, it was
Like something that would capture
The
your
Cybertruck.
Yeah.
You know, like, ugh.
Yeah, some sort of like kind of what's the word you used, androgynous or whatever. Like they're very like kind of like, oh, he looks like an alien, but he's
Yeah, you'd look at one and you go, okay, like we have Cindy Crawford here, and now you're like, say, are you 400 pounds with vitiligo?
Oh, I know exactly.
We're not really into attractiveness anymore.
My sister went on some rant about how models made her want to puke up all of her food, and now we can't have any hot models.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember the first
Models
time
made
I
me
went.
feel bad about how I'm ugly. It's like, sorry.
It made us feel bad, too.
Yeah, I didn't feel great about it either, but I found a treadmill. I don't know what you're upset about.
Move on.
I remember the first time I went to New York City. I was like 21, and I saw a girl drinking a Diet Coke and smoking a Marlboro Light cigarette, and it was during the summer. It's hot, and she's shaking. I was like, now that's a model. I go, she's got it. You know what I mean?
She has that
Working
it
it.
factor.
Yeah, she has that it factor.
Yeah.
She's working. She's doing heroin.
You're not
staying
supposed to
lean.
look like models. They're supposed to be like the height of ideal, like that. Like, oh, maybe in some parallel universe I could have abs. You're not supposed to look like them.
No, there's supposed to be malnutrition from unable to eat food.
It should
and
be
the
unrealistic. It should be a
Unrealistic.
drawing of a person.
Right. It should be like, you're beautiful, but like we have to fill in your hair from bulimia.
Right. Models shouldn't look like us, or they're not models.
That's simple. Like,
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to look like that. But if the model looks like us, then we go, who gives a shit?
Like if you meet like I've seen Pamela Anderson in person. Like I met her on a show, and people are like, oh, she's not good now, right? And you're like, what the fuck? It's Pamela
71.
Anderson.
She actually looks great.
She's
going back and looking.
gorgeous.
She's 73 years old with hepatitis. Give her a break.
And she's still hot.
Still hotter than everyone we know.
Yeah, and it's like it's like, would you have sex with her? Like even if she didn't want the condom.
My favorite, it's dudes that don't get laid. They're like, she doesn't have it. I'm like, Jeffrey, you don't get laid. Like you would fuck if she came over, you'd fuck her right now. I don't think so.
No way.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, well, that's good because she's here throwing herself at you.
Yeah.
If she had to hold her wrist bleeding into your mouth, just filling it with disease, you would still do it.
Just watch you order $60 worth of DoorDash from
Right.
Sonic. Yeah, I think you'd fuck Pamela Anderson now.
I'd fuck her if she was holding a loaded gun.
Yeah, it's,
I would come faster. I would like it.
I'd be like, this is weird. I finished before I started.
Yeah.
Recently,
I like to come and go at the same time, boys. Thank you.
Wiki.
Well, speaking of models, Ella McPherson.
Oh.
Yeah, she She is an older model now. She's 60, but Ellie McPherson says that she once drank vodka from a shattered bottle as she reveals past struggles with alcohol and bulimia. Oh, look at that. I nailed it. Wow. Says she drank a lot of vodka and champagne alone. In 1998, the 60-year-old Australian McPherson gave birth to her son, Cy, and then she turned into a horrible alcoholic. And every time she would put him down for bed, she would go into a downward spiral of blackouts. After that, she became a constant binge drinker, and she said that she would put her finger down her throat up to 3 times a night to vomit.
Whoa.
McPherson reached her breaking point when she tried opening a bottle of vodka and smashed the glass top off. I hurriedly poured myself a shot so that I could not have to deal with the shards of glass, and then I drank it. She later recalled in AA, I remember thinking, I love this feeling. I miss it so much. Now, I have to say, see, that's the trade-off. You get to be a model and hot.
Right.
But you're also drinking shards of glass out of a liquor bottle and then
Kinda
vomiting.
cool. It's kind of hot. It's
Also,
cool.
yeah, like, well, you call that a share? I've got some guys at my AA that have way better shares than that.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't even get to be models.
Oh, no. No, they...
Nothing.
Yeah, I've met guys where it's like, they did what to your eye socket?
Serious.
That's serious.
You wear your dad's ashtray?
I got a guy who talks about dead cats in his fridge.
That's,
you know what I mean? Like, I don't...
Yeah, like...
Oh, sorry, the tall Australian lady had to have a baby at 60.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks. So you had a couple of stretch marks?
Yeah.
Possible.
Have you ever been fucked by a bookie for fun?
You ever been paid in nachos in Columbus, Ohio?
That's true. We're just talking about CA meetings.
Yeah.
Comics Anonymous.
Serious, it would be great. That'd be a funny sketch.
I was shorted $300 and
David Tribble told me I'd be a star.
They told me they papered the room even though everyone was wearing my shirt.
Exactly. They all had merch they brought of mine. You mean you papered this, you fuck?
Yeah, for people that are in AA, obviously I've admitted, you admit it.
Yeah, I'm in AA.
You know, so yeah, there's people that have real stories.
Yep. Didn't have to buy my book.
Yeah, you didn't have to sit there and be like, look, I had a kid, and you know, whenever that happens.
I would drink scotch all night in my mansion alone.
Also, is she married?
Hold my money.
She was married at the time. She was married to a guy who I think he was like a banker. A French financier.
He probably wasn't home. That's why she had to smash the bottle. She couldn't open it herself.
Yeah, that's a problem. It's just,
she was weak.
She couldn't.
It wasn't like a disgusting.
Because of all of the.
Yeah, the blame. Yeah.
Well, she was a woman. She couldn't feed the kid. She had nobody to open jars.
So she had to just. She was. That's how she made spaghetti. She would just and then pour the sauce.
Yeah, her kid
breastfeeding the.
Yeah, it's. I've been there. You know.
Yeah, apparently her kid died when it was a toddler of something called glass poisoning.
Yeah.
Honey, eat your glass.
Eat it.
Doctors were baffled.
Speaking of glass, let's get into this real quick. This is going to be a shocking study, but the Surgeon General reports have found that gay men vape significantly higher than straight men.
It's weird.
Like they have an oral fixation.
Put that away.
Yeah, it's strange, right? The study was conducted by 7 men who were asked to vape, and apparently all 7, quote, looked pretty gay.
Okay. This is scientifically.
Apparently,
I run survey.
Hey, Surgeon General.
I agree with all of that. Vaping is gay.
Super gay.
The Surgeon General is now releasing this warning. Quitting vaping now seriously reduces the risk of lung cancer, emphysema, and your asshole. So that's exciting for everybody who's vaping. That's big news. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that.
So funny.
I find it to be so masculine when somebody's in my car and they go, "Can I vape?" And I'm like, "I guess." And then I smell strawberries.
Pretty cool.
And I just want to crash the car into traffic.
Why? It
Vaping?
smells nice.
No, did you ever smoke cigarettes?
Yes.
Oh, they were great.
Cigarettes are better, but like it's people look at you like a piece of shit.
Cigarettes look cooler.
I don't
Here's
care.
how they look.
That's a cultural thing, I think.
Also,
You
the
used
smell.
to be like, damn, that guy's cool. Look at
I
him.
don't mind either.
Yeah.
Look at that cowboy.
Vape doesn't bother me. It smells like sweet and
It doesn't bother me. It's just I would rather be
White Club
just gay.
cigarettes.
I think that's
It
Yes, it is.
is gay. It is the gayest thing, but it's I think it's the smell. Other people, that cigarette smell, people look at you like, oh, you smoke cigarette. You know, it's 2024. Like, they almost like perceive other things, like for cigarette smell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they act like we didn't know in the 90s.
Yeah.
And when you're like, no, yeah, we all knew. It's been known for a while.
Also, the craziest people are that say, they're like, yeah, but vaping's healthier for you. And you're like, come on. Smoking a Jolly Rancher, that's not healthy.
You're smoking
a robot dick.
I'm going to have leukemia and I'm going to have diabetes.
This will be a whole different thing, yeah.
Yeah, you're getting an electric thing that lights up on its own from China. I'm sure it's great for you.
Dude, they sell new vapes. It's pretty cool for like $30. That plays. It has like 4 Creed songs on it.
Oh, that's awesule. Nice.
It's pretty.
Really
sick.
trying to get it.
But unfortunately,
They're
none
really
of them
trying
are
to
arms
say it.
wide open.
Well, I just heard
the news today.
Yeah.
It's the coolest feeling ever.
What's just lightning crashes by Live?
Yeah.
Oh,
weird.
fuck, that would do it.
I would buy it.
I'd have to.
I told my friend it's crazy because all these like disposable vapes have like big like LED screens and they'll like keep score. It's like crazy. It's like crazy that every few days we throw away technology stronger than the technology we use to go to the moon.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Every day this runs out and I'm like,
I mean, we
went to the moon.
no, Jeffrey, we're not doing that. We went.
Stanley Kubrick.
To the moon guys.
Jeffrey, we went.
Yeah. Just like Lee Harvey Oswald shot.
Yeah. Did you see how much shag carpeting was in that space shuttle?
Have you been to Houston's like NASA when they're giving you the tour of the thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, what? You haven't done anything since this?
Yeah, they're like
They've done nothing. The suits are like made of solid steel and like patches of fabric. You go, they went to the space in this, and then and they'll point to some monkey they shot up there, and then and we just haven't done nothing since. And then Elon Musk is like, I'll try to go to space. And like, can we just piggyback onto your thing, Elon? It sucks.
Yeah, they killed 3 dogs and a monkey, and then all of a sudden we're like, no, humans worked.
I can't believe they shot a monkey up there. That was pretty rude. Why is nobody mad for this monkey?
Yeah,
that wasn't consent.
Space ape.
Yeah. Well, back then they were just like, what should we do to go up to space? Like, I just put a monkey in there.
Dude, it's wild.
How should we test mascara? Like, I don't know. Should we beat the shit out of a monkey?
Yeah, seriously.
Just punch a
They didn't
monkey.
even have a plan. They were just like, we're just going to shoot it into space.
Chairs that go like this, and they're testing like the pressure, and they're like doing all these things for people, and they go, I think it's ready. Put the monkey in it.
Yeah.
Like what?
How's the landing?
Even the monkey's
process?
going,
No landing. No landing.
The monkey's like, this is bananas.
What do you mean I got to go on that thing?
Yeah, you go, how does it come down? You're like, just into the water?
Yeah.
You're like, he can swim. He's got an astronaut swimsuit.
I haven't figured that part out yet.
I like to picture them all watching those monitors at NASA, and they're seeing the monkey up there, and the guy's like, so how does he come back? And like, oh, he's dead for sure.
And they're like, let's.
What are the chances of survival? 0. There's 0 chances.
Look, we're all going to clap for the monkey, and we're going to just slowly cut off that camera.
We just want to see what happens.
Success, hey, everybody.
Do you think it'll make his face bigger? Do you think his eyes will bulge out? What do you think? Like, they don't give a shit about that. No. They're just going, huh?
You know, there was probably like 6 or 7 monkeys that right when it left the atmosphere, its eyes just popped out.
And they're
just like
talking about it.
screaming.
White guys in suits going, hey, he does look hotter.
Yeah,
He looks like he's heating up a bit.
The next monkey ready.
Yeah, that's why they just ended up putting helmets on astronauts. They're like, oh man, we keep killing these monkeys.
Turns out there's like a vacuum
for
up
sure.
Yeah. Let's try a dog. Let's try Air Bud.
So
just
mean.
sent a golden retriever.
Nothing in the rule book.
I couldn't
Not sending dogs into space.
That poor monkey.
Oh man, I think it's just funny that we just murdered all those animals.
She didn't give a shit at all. Like, well, it's not Neil Armstrong, Jeff. I go, I know, but it's still a monkey.
I love when people
Monkey
go
didn't
up
sign
to
up for
like
that.
Neil Armstrong and is he dead yet?
No.
But yeah, and Buzz
Still out there.
Aldrin, and they'll be
Just like cold cock.
Buzz Aldrin will just punch you because you accuse him of lying.
I know. They let him get away with that.
Did you ever see?
Only in Texas where they'd be like, well, you were asking for it. You're
Yeah.
Like it's Buzz Aldrin. Like what are you gonna do? Did you ever see the interview when they get back from space and they're all just like,
yeah, they're all shook.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like damn, they just saw like an alien or something.
I don't think they went up there.
No, they just had
I think they were in space.
They had a magical experience of going to space and coming back from the moon.
They either saw an alien or it was the experience of working with Stanley Kubrick because Shelley Duvall came back looking a little weird too.
Hey, that's true. Dude,
Like he made us do 7
rest in peace,
takes.
Shelley.
He made us do 700 takes. It was
Harvey
fucked
Keitel
up.
walked off of Eyes Wide Shut.
Did he?
Yeah, because he said it was the 80th time he walked through a door, and he was like, you know what, I'm just not doing this. And he left. I quit. Like, I don't care if you're Stanley Kubrick. I'm not walking through a door again.
Here's what I think happened. I think they get them up in orbit, so they're in space, but they're not nowhere near the goddamn moon. And then they say, listen, you're going to be super famous. You're going to be super rich, and you keep this secret till you die, or we'll kill you and your family, or we'll call you crazy if you tell anybody anything. But when you get back, you're the beneficiary of all the glory and all the pride. And here's the thing. If you feel conflicted about that, just know you're doing our country the greatest service in the world and sticking it to Russia. So how about that? Is that a good deal for you? And the one guy goes, no, and hangs a lemon on a thing, and they go, kill him.
Yeah.
And then the rest of you guys good? You know, that monkey got a little fucking cute earlier.
Yeah,
Remember the monkey that we shot up there? Do you want to be like that, or do you want to come back down and be a hero?
So you want to see the monkey's family? It looks like the end of Sicario.
Obvious choice.
I mean, it's pretty simple. They just go, you're going to be famous and you're doing it for your country. Right. There's going to be some fat guy with a book who's going to chase you around saying, put your hand on this Bible. Yeah. You can punch him if you want, but it's not like, it's pretty easy thing to do.
Yeah, it's like, it's just that it's something that it's the offer you can't refuse.
Yeah. It'd be like if we found out the NBA was fake.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be like, Jordan, why didn't you tell us? He's like, I don't know. You kind of liked me a lot when you believed that the NBA was real.
Yeah, he's like,
I made a movie with the freaking Looney Tunes.
Yeah. They weren't really there.
I'm not going to say no to that.
Buzz Aldrin has no benefit of telling us it's fake.
No, he's not going to be like, look, you know the thing I did? I didn't do it. Yeah. No one's going to say that.
The only rean people give a fuck about me? That was fake.
Yeah.
It's all a lie.
But everything else I did.
My one great accomplishment.
The only thing. He walks around with a shirt of himself all the time. He wears his own merch.
He's got his own like little button of like how he went to the moon. And then the last person that really I think went to the moon like shit in a diaper and tried to kill the other astronaut on the plane. On the spaceship.
That was a Karen right there.
Yeah, she chased this guy down. Like,
Cross country.
It could
she
be
jumped
Kubrick.
in a car, landed, got in a car with a diaper on, drove across country, and then killed that guy. Did she kill him or she just stabbed
she
him?
tried to kill him.
She tried to kill him.
Yeah, she drove cross country because apparently
we have a legal note.
Yeah, she had enough time to get gas, but not enough time to shit.
Yeah. Gotta get there
Are we
real fast.
splitting hairs here? You know,
It's like, look, I can't fill up the car and use the bathroom.
Dude, I've been to love gas stations where you're just like, I wish I had a diaper right now.
I've been to ones where I'm like, I will just jam a catheter in me right now as opposed to walk into
shit
this.
in the car before I shit here.
Why did we name this gas station Come and Go? I just want to go.
We're inviting all sorts of trouble.
Why do we have to come?
Well, we got to get out here in a second, but I do want to tell the audience real quick about the movie coming out from our friends at Angel Studios. Yeah,
they did Sound of Freedom.
They did do Sound of Freedom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, movie Bone Heifer. Pastor, spy, assassin, hitting theaters November 22nd.
Bone Heifer.
I like myself a good thriller.
That's right.
Bone Heifer, that's what I call my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, Bone Heifer. It's his real name.
Was she in the war?
Was she in the...
She was a big chick that liked giving blowjobs. Bone Heifer.
That's nice. They're going to love that in the ad for Angel Studios.
Yeah, that was pretty conservative. Bone Heifer.
Where is she now? Fentanyl.
Took her away from me.
Fentanyl.
She went to RFK's fat camp. She's coming back soon, hopefully.
That's Sound of Freedom. I thought that was going to be a documentary about Creedence.
You're sitting there disappointed the whole time.
Like, when is chopper sounds?
You're like, are you going to save these kids? Yeah, Creedence is just go-to for every movie you've ever seen involving war. All right, so you can go to angel.com/normal and you can watch Bone Heifer. And also, if you're an anti-Semite, this is real.
It's very real, not a joke.
If you do not like Jewish people, they will give you a free ticket. So
I'm
you
listening.
Can go see. This is mainly directed.
What's this for?
It's why I keep making eye contact. But, I don't get it because it's like you're saying to Jewish people they can get a free ticket. So
wild.
you're just going to have a lot of people being like, I hate the Jews.
It's a trap.
All you have to do is put your name down on the list.
Yeah.
We know that you don't like the Jews and you get a free ticket.
Yeah. The movie's playing in the shower tonight. Get on the list and get to the movie free. So it's anyway, for real though, it's going to be a great movie. It's Angel Studio. Angel Studios, angel.com/normal to get your ticket. And it's a bone heifer. Yeah. Also, check out the Blaze merch store. While you're at it, you can get Blaze merch and you can get a discount on Blaze merch. Did you know that, QB?
I didn't know that. Just kidding. I did know that.
Just use Blaze 10, get 10% off at a shop
and
Blaze
possibly a little T-shirt with your boy's logo on it.
Yeah, you could get one of ours
one
day.
One day.
There's not the faith in it yet.
Not totally.
All right. Where can we find you guys?
Want to go first?
Yeah, you can find me at Comedian Tony C on Instagram and on X.
Mine's just at Jeff Dye, and jeffdye.com has all my live tour dates. My special's on YouTube called Last Cowboy in LA. Find me at all things Jeff Dye.
What you got?
Black Garrett, YouTube. Go subscribe. Thank you very much. Going to 10K by the end of the year. I'm clapping for Jeff. That's for Jeff.
Oh, I got you. I'm clapping for everybody. This weekend, you can see me in Clinton Township, Michigan on Saturday. Check it out at davelandau.com. Vasani's Comedy Theater first week of December in Port Charlotte, Florida, and then a bunch of other dates. And then more importantly, aboutface-usa.org. That's November 29th and 30th to raise money for people that have been screwed over by the VA, which is a lot common. But now we go to the end of the world. All right. The body of a 39-year-old man was found in a Planet Fitness tanning bed after he had been dead for 3 days, which, I mean, what do you expect for $10 a month? Yeah. Police believe it was fentanyl that played a part. Where would be the worst place for you, anybody, to be found dead, QB?
In Epstein's cell.
Oh, that's true, because it's him.
Yeah.
I like the cut of your jib. Jeff.
The worst place to die?
Yeah.
To be found dead?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I guess my car. Every time I get in it, I go, I'm back in this death trap.
Could be this time.
It might be today.
Might be.
I would say a Baskin Robbins. Because I'd feel like they're like, those flavors got them.
Yeah, like he OD'd.
Yeah,
everyone would be talking about it.
Tried all the flavors.
Like
sad at your funeral, and they're like, you heard where they found him?
He was lactose intolerant, but he couldn't stop.
You heard where they found him?
He only got through half the flavor.
Unbelievable.
Killed himself. Unbelievable.
Rocky Road.
How'd he do more damage to the ice cream?
I mean, really. I would say in a Hampton Inn after working a comedy club.
And pretty likely for us.
Yeah, there's a very good chance that's where my heart will stop. After eating a free breakfast.
Yeah, after
I hear they're good.
spending $45 at the snack thing at the lobby, it's taking up, feeling like I don't even like any of this shit, but I'm just eating.
Yeah. You're like, how much is this Kit Kat? $47? That's cool.
Crazy.
You're just eating a Hot Pocket while the old couple next door is fucking too loud, and you're just like turning up South Park. Like, oh, come on.
I got my Apple Vision Pros, and I'm just eating Sun Chips.
Just like, I'm glad I'm missing my best friend's wedding for this.
You hear a woman screaming, but you're like, it could be passion or watching.
Yeah.
That's the fun of it.
All I know is this volume's going up. Thank you all. We will be back in 2 weeks. Obviously, we're off next week for Thanksgiving. We're releasing Derek Richards' comedy special, Normal World Presents, on Black Friday, so check that out. Other than that, we'll see you in a couple weeks. Have a very happy Thanksgiving.
Have a good Thanksgiving. See you next Tuesday. Next.